Hello and welcome to another Let's Play of The Long Dark. This is video number 6. There would be more videos online at a more regular pace, but regrettably I'm having problems uploading things using YouTube. Something about the videos being too long, they always get to 95%, and then it crashes out and they don't upload. Such a beautiful game. Anyways, as usual, this is The Long Dark. This is an incredibly good game. It's by Hinterland Studios. It's available for early access on Steam and from Hinterland Studios' website. I highly recommend getting it. The people who clued me into this game were Lodi Ready Run, which is based out of Victoria, British Columbia. They're an internet comedy troupe, and they do live streaming of video games basically every day of the week, so I highly recommend checking out their website, lodireadyrun.com. Anywho, let's continue. We're in the barn. The barn is our new base of operations. We are almost 70 days in, and I'm once again starving to death. Downside is the weather's just been terrible, so I haven't been able to really get or collect any food or explore this map. Again, this map is completely new to me, so I don't know where anything is right now, nor the best places to hunt, nor where the best base camp is. This is literally the first place I found that has the minimum necessities for a base camp, namely place to sleep, an abandoned car, an indoor fireplace, in this case a fire barrel, storage containers, and it's inside so wolves can't come get me. As an added bonus, this particular base camp also has lots of storage containers and a workbench. Now in the last video we put up a snare. Should probably set up more snares. Snares are a good way to get rabbits. There's not a lot of them out here, so I don't want to overhunt them. But considering how desperate I am for food, the fact that I'm able to get anything is nice. And the other nice thing is, you can pick up the snares. Why am I over encumbered? Oh, because I'm carrying around 4 wolf sticks. You can recycle your snares. Actually, since I have so much wolf stick, wolf. Pity you can't make soup. Minus 20. Gold. I think this is from yesterday, so I probably already looted it. But I might get lucky. Yeah. Ravaged means a wolf killed it. Okay. Let's see, it's 9 in the morning. So we're gonna go inside, drop off some of these wolf sticks. Grab some more water out of the car. The car also has a storage container. Bed and storage container, what more could you ask for? So I'm going to drop some of the stuff I'm carrying so I can move around faster and burn less calories while I explore. And actually, meat tends to spoil really quickly. So since I found a hatchet, there's a hatchet in this barn. We're going to quickly go inside, make a fire, cook up our rabbit, boil some water, and then go exploring. Weird. It should default to the Tinder plug. Don't know why it's defaulting to the newsprint. You can use newsprint to start fires. There's just no real point, considering you can use one newsprint to turn into 3 Tinder plugs. It's a much better idea to be using Tinder plugs than newsprint, on account of the fact that, well, it's 3 to 1. How'd you go wrong? As much as I like tea, you can probably hear me drinking it now. I don't really need a warm cup of tea at the moment. Whenever you make a fire, it's always a good idea to boil as much water as possible, because you don't want to run out of water. Running out of water is a bad idea. Because in order to heal, you have to be warm, you have to be fed, and you have to be hydrated. Now if you're cold, you'll lose condition, which is roughly translates into health. And if you're hungry, you'll lose condition, which again depletes your health. But nothing will deplete your condition faster than being dehydrated. So you basically always want to avoid being dehydrated. Dehydration is a bad thing. So, why am I carrying that? Oh, my last video you might have seen me getting confused by rose hips. I checked that on a not a walkthrough, I checked it on the Long Dark's wiki page. Apparently you need, or is it the Steam forums? Either way, apparently you need 25 rose hips to do anything with them. Kind of wish the game made that more clear, but whatever. Okay. 25 kilos, we got water, we got some food. We've got a gun, we've got a hatchet, we got a knife. Actually, why am I carrying the hatchet? I really don't need to. So I don't intend to be out overnight, and it does weigh 1.5 kilos. Need the pry bar because I found out in my last video that you can actually open the trunks of cars. They're locked, so you just use a pry bar. It's funny that you can get into the car, but for some reason because it would logically be under the driver's seat, you can't open the trunk from inside the car. You need a pry bar. Oh well. So, when I was coming in, I saw this structure over here, and I think it might be another road. So we're gonna go a little ways up and see what we can find. Pity the farmhouse burned down. What would be a really neat thing if they added in future updates is randomly destroying the buildings. So that every map, or actually any sort of procedural generated map info. So that way, like me, I've been playing it so long, I've got most of the locations memorized for the earliest map, which is Mystery Lake. I know where roughly everything is now. But it'd be cool if some of the buildings weren't there or weren't accessible due to random events. Huh, more rabbits. Okay, well, this is as far as we're exploring in this direction because those are wolves. Plus I can see the bridge down there. So that's where we came in. So, we're going to explore in the other direction instead. There aren't wolves that are going to try to eat us. Now in order to stay safe out here, I want to be back to the barn by dark. There's the wolves are much more active at dark. Or after dark, I should say. And it makes them very, very dangerous. And I've had enough problems with wolves this playthrough to want to go toe-to-toe with them. On their terms. It's bad enough when... So one of the things I don't like about the game in its current iteration is the developers decided that only headshots kill things with one hit, which I just find a very gamey and gimmicky mechanic. I go hunting, I enjoy it a lot. It's nothing like fresh food, because I guarantee you won't get anything fresher than fresh game. And with the caliber of gun that you use, this is 303 British. If you were to shoot a wolf with that, it doesn't really matter where you hit it unless you hit it in its paw or something. It is going to die pretty immediately because it won't have organs left. However, in this game, if you shoot a wolf, you can actually see bits of it fly off, but because you didn't hit it in the head, it can actually outrun you and go wherever it damn well pleases, and it's very frustrating. The deer are the same way. See what I mean? Lock trunk, use a pry bar, open it up. Maybe there's some food in here.
This'll come in handy.
Oh, cool. This is pretty much useless, but I can harvest it for cloth, and I can use cloth to repair my better clothes. And I didn't realize it when I first found these vehicles, but there are sometimes things inside, and they have glove boxes. Anyways, as I was saying, when you're hunting for deer, because deer are the other things that it's worth expending a bullet to try to shoot, you don't ever want to try to shoot a deer in the head when you're out hunting, because it's very, very unethical. It's a very hard shot to make, like especially this gun with iron sights. I would never try to shoot a deer with that because you would probably miss and wound it. And a deer has a large enough mass compared to a wolf, which is basically a large dog as they're depicted in this game. A deer has enough mass that it can run quite a long distance if you wound it, and it might still die anyways. So it's incredibly, incredibly unethical and unrealistic to try to shoot it in the head. So I actually tweeted the developers this, and in a more recent update, I doubt it's because of my tweet, probably player feedback from other people, but they tweaked it so that there's a random chance that when you shoot it in the vital organs, the heart, lungs, that it can die instantly. Because again, if you shoot an animal in its heart, it's going, oh, hello, what's down here? If you shoot an animal in its heart, it's going to run away, but it will be dead within about 100 meters. Because again, it's very unrealistic in this game where you can shoot an animal in its heart and it can not only outrun you, but it will... Oh, hello. There's a deer. Speaking of which, it can not only outrun you, but it will just disappear off the map before it can catch it. Oh, this is dangerous. This is the game's random weather. Oh, hello, more rose hips. So it's a neat touch. There's always crows where people have fallen. But that ice fog, I can't see now. Which is very dangerous because a wolf might come right up on me and I won't see it in time. Oh, I can't go. Oh, I can go in here. Nothing in here, though. So I'm going to quickly follow my footprints back to the road and get back to the barn before I get lost and stranded out here overnight. Alright. As if I wasn't creeped out enough. Yeah. When the weather gets like this, basically all I can do is find shelter. Because look how poor my visibility is. There can be a wolf right behind me and I'd never see it until it's on top of me. Because I have no idea what difficulty I'm playing on, because I started this playthrough before they implemented the difficulty settings. So as a consequence, I don't know if I'm playing on normal or hard. Hard, the wolves just constantly attack you. Normal, they'll attack you if you're vulnerable. Since I don't know which difficulty I'm playing on, I don't want a chance seeing one in weather like this. Yeah, this is dangerous. I want to go through that fence and cut across the field, but I just get lost. I have to stay on this path where I don't know what's ahead of me, I don't know what's on the side of me, and I don't know what's behind me. Because I need to find the barn. Okay, there's a car. Oh, by the way, if we hear wolves howling, I am going to sprint to the barn, because again, I really don't want to fight a wolf when I can't see it. We're actually quite lucky that this ice fog rolled in while I was so close to the road. Because I've had ice fog roll into me earlier in this playthrough before I started recording it. And I literally was just going in circles because I accidentally got turned around. You see how I'm leaving footprints? I lost track of my footprints. I got totally lost. As a consequence of that, I very nearly froze to death before I stumbled across a building I could take shelter in. Okay. Now this is a downside of not being familiar with this map. I know the barn is here somewhere. Oh, there's a house, so the barn's over here. The barn should be over here. There it is. Whew, we're safe. Oh, incidentally, when you go to play this, it is permadeath. You can't save. So the game automatically saves when you're injured. So if you have if you have an injury that requires you to use first aid, it automatically saves. And it saves every time you enter a building, It doesn't save when you exit, it only saves when you enter. And it saves every time you rest. I don't really need to start a fire here. I'm just really curious what the heck rosehip tea does. So I'm going to, I'm pretty sure it was a forum post on Steam. Oh, it's 40 rosehips. Huh. I finally have enough rosehip, so let's see what the heck it does. Oh, incidentally, making tea, coffee, the mushroom tonic, or the rosehip tea, they all take water, so if you don't have water, you can't make them. So, speaking of water, let's get some more. Yeah, I know I'm hungry. Background sounds are so neat, you can hear the rafters creaking. So, doesn't tell me what they do. Yeah. Another thing this game needs is some sort of tutorial or heck even a user's manual, because I know I need antiseptics if I get cut or bitten to clean the wound out. But it doesn't tell me what rosehip tea does. Apparently it's a substitute for painkillers. Again, it'd just be nice to see it summarized on either on like one screen. But again, it's minor gripes. Delicious cloth. Keep my clothes warm. I don't need to fix you yet. Pity I can't turn this into leather. But let's put you in the trunk. Now, ideally, I still want to find an actual house, because the problem with the barn here, it does have all the requirements for a good base camp, and it might still be the best base camp on this map, but that doesn't negate the fact that because it's in the center of this field, there's always very high wind, so whenever you go outside, you have a very high, just the weather's terrible, so your clothes degrade faster, you get colder faster, and there's tons of wolves everywhere. So I'm going to keep looking for something that has, 70 days. I'm going to keep looking for a place that has a better location. Like, this is more than adequate right now. But this is a survival game and a survival situation, so you should always be looking to improve your situation. Get some food out of the trunk. Oh, man. I'm just trapped here. Let's see how bad this weather is. It sounds bad. Hopefully it's not actually that bad. Because if this is a blizzard, I might be in trouble. Because I'm really, really low on food. I need to either go out and find... Oh, this is not good. Oh, this is not good. Well, hopefully our snare caught something in the night.
A new day is dawning.
Yes, it is, Jennifer. Yes, it is. Oh, in case you don't know, the female character is voiced by Jennifer Hale. The male character is voiced by Mark Weir. They were the voices for Shepard and FemShep, if you're familiar with the Mass Effect series. It's kind of sad it took me so long to realize that. Food. Yeah, I definitely should make more of these. It's a good thing that the developers don't force you to actually have a balanced diet in this game. So like in Canada's history, a lot of there's something called rabbit poisoning, where you'd have fur traders or people overwintering in locations where the only food they were getting was rabbits. So you'd eat the rabbit meat. The problem with rabbit meat is there's no fat on it. So you'd eat all this meat, but you'd get protein poisoning because you're not getting any fat or vitamins. I'm going to quickly harvest one thing of fur and then get inside before I freeze to death. Terrible weather. I just realized a problem. Every time I catch a rabbit, I'm coming back to cook it. But because I'm only cooking one at a time, I'm going through tinder plugs too quickly. That's a very dangerous situation to get into. So if I run out of tinder plugs, I won't be able to cook anything. If I cook it raw, I might get if I eat it raw, I might get sick. Nothing like having meaningful choices. Yeah, so there is a male and female character in this game. You may have heard my small rant in my first video about how it's a little annoying that they're functionally, like, game mechanically the exact same. Because from a replay perspective, again, that's why it'd be nice if there were procedurally generated elements in this game. From just a purely replay perspective, it'd be nice if the male character and female character had slightly different mechanics. Like maybe the male character has a higher carry weight, the female character has better marksmanship or something. Doesn't have to be much. Like, it could literally be the male character can carry an extra kilo of weight, the female character starts with 25% higher fire starting ability or something. Just anything to make them a bit different, so that every time you play through, you have a slightly different experience. Speaking of slightly different experience, I think it is time to tear up some boards in this barn, make another snare. I don't want to see any bears. I kind of want to see a bear just to figure out what the heck they look like. Problem is, I have a sneaky suspicion that the first time I see a bear is also going to be the last time I see a bear in this playthrough. And the fact that you need 4 things of bear hide to make a bearskin bedroll is quite terrifying. Let's make another snare. Because cooking up 2 rabbits at a time is probably much better use of my resources. Oh man, I almost let myself get dehydrated. That would have been bad. Again, calories are everything, and you have to pay for every kilo that you carry. So the fact that a kilo of rabbit flesh is only 450 calories and a kilo of wolf flesh is 700 is very significant. So because of that, I probably want to eat my rabbits first and leave my wolf for later, because I can carry less of it and have the same amount of food. Yeah, we're gonna go back and check on that snare again and set up our second one. And then if the weather's still bad, we'll just come inside and sleep for the rest of the day. Doesn't make for an exciting game, but it's better than killing the character. Oh yeah, we're we're not going anywhere in this. We'd freeze to death. Snare there. Let's put another snare by this haven. And then get the heck inside. Like, you can see my character's moving slower because I'm going into the wind, which again, it's a very neat little mechanics thing that they did, because if you were actually out in this weather, it would be much harder to go into the wind than it is to go with the wind. I must admit, I'm very curious to see what this game will be like when it's completely finished, because it's beautiful right now. It's fully playable right now. Even if they never finished a single player campaign, if they added one more map, I would say it's worth buying and just play the sandbox mode. Of course, the little bits of emergent plot that you get from just interacting with the setting, and the things you discover, like the portraits inside buildings, or the Carter hydroelectric dam is an excellent example. It's just very, very cool. Anyways, no sense eating now because I'm just going to sleep for the rest of the day. So my condition's going to tank. But I can't go anywhere, so might as well save calories. And then I'll have something to eat before I wake up in the morning to try to restore some health. Actually, yeah. Let's show you guys what it looks like in the dark outside. Again, it looks beautiful, doesn't it? Like the sky, the weather effects, the snow. It's just gorgeous. And there could be a wolf 2 feet in front of me and I'd never know it. Okay, time to eat the rabbit. Sleep till morning. Oh, you may have noticed when I was harvesting the rabbits, it had a percentage score for the amount they were frozen. That's very, very important. I have a hunting knife. Because I have a hunting knife, it matters a little if they're fresh or frozen, but I can still harvest them perfectly fine if they're frozen. The more frozen an animal is, the harder it is. Like, look how gorgeous this map is. And remember, this is an indie studio. There's, like, I think 5 employees. Just gorgeous what they've managed to accomplish. And again, this is in early alpha, it's version 0.2, but it's 100% playable. And I, again, highly recommend you getting it. Oh, good, my snares work. So it's 7 in the morning. We're gonna go for a day of exploring. Come back. Actually, no. We're gonna harvest them now, just so that, we're gonna harvest them now just so it's easier.
Thank goodness. Made it through another night.
I really don't need the high. Darn the gamer mentality, pick up everything that's not nailed down. Just so we can set up these snares again. As you know, it's re-rolls for snares every 12 hours, if I remember how the mechanics were described. So when we come back, there might be another rabbit. Oh, this one hasn't caught anything yet. Go to our snare. I want to eat you. Just gorgeous. Anywho, if we're lucky, I might even be able to get a deer today. Then I won't really care about the weather because I'll have enough meat to last 4 or 5 days. Yeah, all of this, everything you see here is done by 5, maybe 6 people. Should really look up how many people are actually in the studio. Yeah, it's just a gorgeous game. And again, I highly, highly recommend getting it, even though it's on alpha. Because unlike some alphas, and some games that you know they're never going to finish, this here is a fully playable product and it's like, this is more than finished enough for me. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is we'll explore for today. I just poured myself my last cup of tea from my teapot. So we'll explore for today. I'll save the game, stop this video. Hopefully it won't be so long that YouTube gives me problems when I go to upload it. And make myself some more tea. We'll come back and keep playing, because what the heck, it's Saturday. And I've got a ton of work to do that I should be doing right now instead of playing games, but heck with it, it's Saturday, and I feel like procrastinating. Again, it's a very interesting map. Mystery Lake, the first map, is very, very small, so it's very fast and easy to navigate around because it's so small. The next map, which is the Coastal Road, is very dangerous because it's got a lot of wolves, but the wolves are all located in... Oh, hello. Healing mushrooms! The wolves are mostly located where there's good loot drops. Huh, that's a bleak name. So if you are seeing a lot of wolves, odds are you're very close to cabins and gas stations. Because the coastal road is a very habited area, so there's a lot of buildings. And a lot of places that you can loot. Which again is very cool and very thematic. It's high risk, high reward. Oh, hello. What's over there? Oh, it's another farm. I still don't know why I can open the hood. Presumably it's to take the battery, because the battery's the only thing in there that's animated. Doesn't do anything yet, though. Dum da dum dum dum.
This stuff will come in handy.
Yep, free cloth. More free cloth. I don't think I have a scarf. Ho! I finally have a scarf! Yes, feel the additional warmth. Oh, that was a lucky find. Nothing on the floor.
I think I can use this.
And nothing on the back seat. Hey, there's granola bar in the glove box, so why not? Well, that was worth it. I think I'm gonna go. Oh, it looks like an orchard. Oh, cool! It is an orchard. So yeah, we've got the weather's not too bad. Weather's not great, but it's not too bad. We've got plenty of food now. And by plenty, I mean one granola bar, but whatever. Oh, it's a deer. Haha, I'm so tempted to go hunting. Yeah, I thought the barn I found was the only building, but it looks like there might be a farmhouse down here. That's a good sign there's a farmhouse. If I'm really lucky, it won't be burned down. Because from the looks of it, there's deer here. And so if you sleep in a car, you don't get a warmth bonus. So if it gets really, really cold, you can inadvertently freeze to death. Ha ha ha. This is looking promising. Because on the other side, there's rabbits. But if there's deer on this side... Oh, that is very tempting. Yeah, we've got rabbits, wolves, and deer. But it's a house instead of a barn. Ha ha ha. Yeah, we might be moving our base camp. Well, let's see what it's like inside. Most of the buildings on this map have been gutted. So, furniture broken up, all the cabinets looted. Basically, again, the single-player game hasn't been implemented yet. But from what this map tells me is that this is probably the most likely area that you're going to either first encounter multiple survivors. Just because there's so many signs that there have been people here. Like on the coastal road, you'll occasionally see open cans of food or empty cans of pop. So it's like, yeah, someone was here, but they were moving through. They didn't stay. So it's like, yeah, that's fine. But here, it's like there's clear evidence that people tried to survive here, and they tried to survive here for a long time. Ooh, scrap metal. There's a basement? Oh, cool. Like, see what I mean? Torn up newspapers, broken up furniture. Washing machine. Fallen family portraits.
I'll take it.
Yes, I will. That's weird though, there should be... Oh, there's a workbench. Nope. Mine. Gotta be careful not to use up
No.
too much of my lantern here. It's weird though. Like if there's a washing machine down here, you'd think there'd be a stairs to the upstairs. Oh, boots.
Probably useful.
Harvest them for leather. Good thing I had my pry bar with me. Yoink. Yoink. Wait, who keeps leather, bandage, and painkillers in a locker? Yeah, random loot tables are funny. Yeah, you see what I mean? There's like clear evidence that people tried to make a go of it here.
Okay.
But I don't know where they are. Oh, reclaimed wood. Oh, incidentally, if you're freezing to death and it's the difference of a degree, or maybe 2 degrees, the lantern does give off heat. Oh, a doghouse. Oh, I sure hope the dog hasn't gone feral inside. That would be a really jerk move. Again, like, this is perfect. It's telling plot and setting and story purely through mechanics and visuals. Like you can see, somebody tried to survive here. Where are they?
This'll come in handy.
You can stay there for now. Oh, an indoor fireplace. Pop. Pity I can't harvest the cushions, but we got some firewood. Matches. Yeah, look, I can light a fire right now. And I'm quite tempted to do so. It's like, this place seems like an awesome, awesome base camp. Because there's like better sources of food that are fairly close by.
This stuff will come in handy.
Haven't found a bed yet though. And it's also annoying that you have to go outside to use the workbench. Like it'd be nicer if the workbench was inside. Or if there was
I think I
access
can
to the
use
basement.
this.
Yes, food. Gotta actually know which one's better. I know I'm hungry. Multiple stoves. It's always a good sign.
Best to be prepared for anything.
I didn't want to get encumbered. Well, we'll finish our exploration. Don't need that. We'll finish our exploration, then we'll drop everything in the cabinet by the front door. And then we'll make an assessment and decide whether we're going to move here or not. It'd be funny if the radio worked. Because if we're going to move here, then I'll head back to the barn, empty everything out, and just make the very long walk over here while completely encumbered. Oh, another scarf. So actually, speaking of, before I forget, let's equip this one. And let's repair it quickly. Aha, degree and a degree. Leather. Newspaper roll. Rubber pellets. Reclaimed wood. 3 scrap metal. Rosehips. Flares are supposed to be able to scare off wildlife, but it hasn't been working that well for me. Unfortunately. That should be good. Hopefully there's some beds upstairs. Oh, those blocks scared the heck out of me. Oh, that means there were kids up here. Oh, man. Ooh. Yep, a bed with a heat bonus for sleeping in it. Yeah, from the
I'll
looks of
take
it,
it.
literally the only downside with this place I've seen so far is that you have to go into the basement to build things. And while you're down there, you'll probably need to use your lantern to see what the heck you're doing. But those are two really, really small downsides. So everything else I've seen, location's better. It's got better beds.
This'll come in handy.
And realistically, this isn't really a crafting game. You don't have to craft that often, so having to go downstairs to craft, it's not that bad. Master bedroom.
Okay.
Ah, great, weather picked up. TV. Kinda wishing I had my axe right now.
This stuff will come in handy.
Oh, finally! I have been stuck with jeans for 71 days, 23 hours, and 55 minutes. I finally have a better pair of pants. They actually have a wind chill bonus. Finally. I'm no longer a victim of the tyranny of jeans. Yeah, this is just eerie seeing all these kids' rooms. No people. Really begs the question of what the heck happened to them.
Best be prepared for anything.
Oh, no, scarf. Eh, don't need it. Now this would be really useful if I didn't already have a wolfskin coat.
I don't know. Could end up being useful.
Yeah. No. The only downside to this is... The only downside to using this as a base camp is that you don't have a crafting bench inside. And again, that's a very, very small downside. Versus everything else you get. Yeah. I think this place wins. Finally, I get rid of you. Oh, by the way, never go out without bandages and antiseptic, because if you get attacked by a wolf, you start bleeding out. If you don't have a bandage, you'll bleed out before you can get anywhere to actually tend to your wounds. They really should add a slider too, so you don't have to individually click it. I gotta repair this knife soon. Okay, let's see how bad it is out here. Not great, but I can still move around. Oh, did I remember to loot this car? Oh, crap. Visibility's gone down the toilet. I'm gonna stand right here so that the wolves can't find me that easily. So, kind of regretting leaving my hatchet in the trunk of the car now. Because again, ice fog. Can't do anything. Actually, I think the best course of action, since I found so many supplies here, is I may just go back to the barn and get, pick up like some choice stuff, half the water, half the food, the axe obviously. Regretting leaving the axe behind. But yeah, half the water, or actually maybe not even any of the water because I'm going to boil some water right now. And the snares and just move down here. Because if I need anything else I can just go up and grab it. That was terrifying. That sounded like a wolf. That's terrifying. Get some food. Get some water. Maybe I don't know if I should repair my knife yet. Don't really have to. Wait, how to get that thirsty? Oh, because I've been cooking for 4 hours. Oh, that is a terrible sound. Sounds like something growling. I don't think I'm going anywhere. Except straight to the master bedroom. And this wonderful duvet. Yeah, I can live with that. Okay, let's leave all the water down here because it weighs a lot. I'm very tempted to... I won't need the pry bar. I'm very tempted to leave the gun here too. The gun weighs a lot. Shouldn't need you. But, I do not want to risk running into a wolf or even worse, a bear without having a gun. Again, beautiful. Oh, this one's not locked.
Probably useful.
Ah, heck with that. Let's loot it before I forget. Soda! Beef jerky. Candy. I shall soon eat those deer. And figure out why there's a retaining wall over there. And hunt those rabbits over there. But first, I've got to get back to Base Camp 1, get the axe, get the fluid for the lanterns, the scrap metal and what have you. Oh, hello, are you a wolf? You are a wolf. I'm gonna just stay over here now. Oh, look at that. Power transmission tower. Or maybe they're trying to make that a signal tower. Like a radio tower of some description. Huh. Wonder if you can climb up there. Yeah, so what I decided is to leave as much stuff as possible in the barn. So that'll be our emergency base camp. I did the exact same thing on Mystery Lake. So Mystery Lake, the camp office, is in my opinion the best base camp. So that's where I had all of my supplies. And so far from what I've seen in the game, it is the best base camp in the game. Because it has a very good bed, has a work table right inside where it's easily accessible. It's got 2 stoves, it's got multiple entrances so that even if you're getting chased by wolves and you have to go back outside, you can
Looks like I
do
made
so.
it through another night.
Yes, you did. Um, Plenty of storage containers. And it's just in a wonderful, wonderful location, center of the map. But there's also the trapper's cabin, which is hard to get to, but it's near where there's some good hunting, and if you get lost in the quadrant of the map that has a trapper's cabin, you can usually find it. And it also has a bed and a workbench. So I usually stashed a large supply of emergency gear there. A can or two of food, 3 or 4 days supply of water, some firewood. Like, I'm not going to bring any of the firewood down, because if I ever have to go back to the barn and I'm using it as an emergency base camp, odds are I'm going to need to be able to get some water and maybe even cook something. So not having to go out and find my own firewood, especially if I'm low on health, which is probably going to be the case, that could be a lifesaver. And I have had to do that with my backup base camp in Mystery Lake. I got out, got lost, started freezing, condition was dropping, found the trapper's cabin at the last possible minute. I think it was down to 20-30% condition, and it was midnight. But I was okay because there was food, water, warmth, firewood, everything I needed was there. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Leave a good portion of the supplies. Take as much as I can and move it to the other one. Candy bar. Oh, there's outbuildings down there too. I don't feel like exploring down there. We're on a mission. I have a timetable. The weather's good. It's freezing, but the wind's not bad. So I'm slowly freezing to death, but because the wind's not so bad, my clothing shouldn't be degrading that fast. Hi, rabbit. Good, it looks like we got a rabbit in maybe both our snares. Yep. Food. Recent too, it's only 19% frozen. And I'm in a rush, so I'm going to leave the pelt. I shouldn't leave the pelt in case I need to make another pair of mitts. But the game doesn't let you, or at least I haven't implemented it yet. You can't convert pelts into leather. If I can convert pelts into leather, I'd never leave one behind, because you can use leather to repair things. Fortunately, you can only use rabbit skin for... I just did the opposite of what I said. I collected the hide. You can only use rabbit hide for making rabbit skin gloves, which is unfortunate. Because once you have a pair, you don't need rabbit skin, you don't need rabbit hides anymore. We're living on the edge. And that we're freezing and we're starving, and we're getting quite tired. Wow, that's far thirstier than I thought I would get. And it looks like bad weather's going to come in pretty soon. Good thing there's a stash of water here. Okay, let's be quick. I already have one, don't need... I need one of you. take 5. I'll take half. Got lots of sewing kits. Don't need. Could find. Definitely need. Yeah, why not? I'll take them because I found some more. No point leaving the wolf stuff here. It's gonna rot. I'll take you. I'll take you. You can stay. You I need. That can stay. That can stay. That can stay. That can definitely stay. Oh, we've also got to pick up our bedroll. Yep, might as well take you. Again, simple tools would be good, but I really don't need them. Got you, have you, have you. Oh. Yeah, I don't need that. I think I might have left something in here. Don't I already have a fire striker? Yes, I do, and it's in better condition. Oh, quit complaining. Okay, this is good, because if I brought everything, I'd be overweight. So we're going to quickly hustle back to our new headquarters. Chop down some firewood, go inside, repair. Our hunting knife needs to be repaired, and our hatchet will probably need to be repaired after we harvest the firewood. I will set up some more snares first. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll go back to our new headquarters, set up the snares, harvest some firewood, go inside. By then our condition is going to be pretty much in the tank, because we'll probably run out of calories by the time we finish collecting the firewood. But go inside, repair all our gear, start a fire, cook all the rabbits we now have, and then sleep for the night and call it a night. And that, I don't want this video to be super long, because again, YouTube will give me a hard time when I go to upload it. Yeah, that's good. We now have 2 base camps, both of which are really good. Like, heck, we even left a set of spare tools back there, so everything we need to repair gear. Like, we have everything we need to repair gear, repair clothing, light a fire, boil water, there is water, and there is food. And canned food. Well, yeah, pop and canned food. So if we have to, we have now 2 base camps, which is best possible scenario. Because again, I have no idea what's what on this map. So having a backup plan is probably a very good idea. Oh, I'm so hungry. Yeah, this map is huge. And I'm also getting paranoid. This has been a suspiciously good break of weather. I almost expect to get jumped by a bear or have a blizzard blowing. Both of which would be bad. But yeah. So again, talking about game design. In the very first area, there's the Mystery Lake, there's a set of train tracks. And perpendicular to the train tracks, and it intersects and is perpendicular to the train tracks, is a logging road. So you've got a T. So if you do get lost, if you can stumble on one, either the train tracks are obviously much easier to see because the logging road is just a flat patch of snow. The train tracks are obviously train tracks. It gives you a very good sense of where you are and where you need to go if you do get lost. In the coastal road, there's obviously the coastal road. It's very easy to follow. Downside, of course, being there's tons of wolves along the coastal road, which will try to eat your face. The alternative to the coastal road is there's a lot of roads in the tree line, and that go through the hills of the coastal road map. The catch-22 is those roads are, again, winter roads. This is post-apocalypse, so no one's plowing them, so all they are is impressions in the snow. It's very easy to lose track of them and get lost. And they run parallel, so you can't look for the intersections. It's much harder to see the intersections. Yeah, I'm going to set up a snare here and a snare on that tree and try my luck. Snare 1. Snare 2. For this one, it looks like they've done the same thing. That road I've been following has been my best and clearest landmark, and it's so far prevented me from getting lost, and it's brought me to two very, very good locations for surviving. So again, it's a very good mechanics choice on the part of the developers to give players an easy way to orient themselves. Oh, hello.
I'll take it.
Yes, I will. I didn't expect anything to be out here. Ooh, let's see if I can game the system. Ah, I can't do it. I was hoping the game would let me forage for wood inside there using the outside ones. Because fir, firewood, cedar are obviously they burn much better than reclaimed wood, and reclaimed wood is a limited resource. Basically with reclaimed wood, what you're doing is you're tearing up floorboards and busting furniture. I'm just gonna stay out here until my condition hits 80%. Because why not? So far nothing bad's happening and I know I have food. And besides, I want my hatchet to be lower in condition so it's more efficient when I repair it. It's beautiful. Okay, time to go inside. Okay, step 1. Repair. Good. So I need scrap metal and fir firewood. And we got a 100% chance of success. One brand new axe. That's the other thing I don't like. This should automatically cancel so I don't accidentally waste a scrap metal with a 6% chance for repair. No, I can fully repair this. Don't really need to, but the knife is useful, so let's do it. And again, this should auto-cancel. How's our gun doing? All 303 caliber. Yeah, no sense repairing it. Gotta remember to make more tinder plugs. Very good ratio of wood to length of time. I wonder if that's deliberate. I haven't noticed it before, but it wouldn't surprise me if indoor fireplaces you get more burning time out of your wood than making a fire in the snow or making a fire in a fire barrel. I think it would make sense. This is a stove. It's designed to retain heat and work with essentially embers, as opposed to building fire out in the snow where you're constantly melting snow around it, and there's wind to worry about. So I know if you're outside and, for instance, the wind comes up, you're in a big mess of trouble because the wind will just blow your fire out completely. Whereas that can't happen with a stove. Even a stove outside, it should be more or less okay. Getting late, already 10 o'clock. Look at it getting darker. It's again amazing what they've been able to do with this game. Ho, that's dark. Okay, first things first, time to drop the firewood. And we're going to drop half the water. Just so I can actually move upstairs without breaking an ankle. I'm exhausted. Let's see, the stairs are over here, I think? Nope, I'm in the washroom. I have a ton of matches, let's burn a match. Where are the stairs? Ah. Oops. I'm lost. Rest for 4 hours, we'll eat some rabbit. We'll rest for 4 hours, we should wake up with full health. Stash all the stuff we brought so our weight's low. Then go deer, and in my next playthrough, we'll try going deer hunting. Okay, and there you have it. Another one of my Let's Play The Long Dark. Survives 73 hours. So, hope you enjoyed watching me play. Again, I got keyed into this game by the folks over at Loading Ready Run. I highly recommend you check out the Loading Ready Run website. And again, I've been playing The Long Dark. The Long Dark is by Hinterland Studios. It's available for early access on Steam, and I highly recommend you check it out. Anyways, this has been Charlie. Hope you enjoyed watching my playthrough. Have a nice night.